Hey friends, welcome. I was just having a little bit of exchange with one of the members of our community, and I realized that you might not be clear on all that's available to you within the Moon membership. What's happening is that these live calls are being put into a whole library of work, essentially their own course platform. So they're no longer these links that you receive for a limited time replay and then it's gone, or maybe it's a link that you've had for longer than that but you have no idea where that link is. And I probably don't even know where that link is because we've got hundreds if not thousands. In fact, I think it's in the thousands of how many live calls we've done together. And what I wanted to do was to start compiling this into this library of work because we're definitely going somewhere right now. We're going on this new journey, this new exploration where we've taken, all the foundational work we've been doing with yoga, with meditation, with self-inquiry, and we're blending it in with the here and now, the energy of the moment, all of this, the energy around us, this, let's call it cosmic energy, universal energy, life force energy that we want to tap into and start. I was thinking about it this morning as I was paddleboarding because there was like such serious wind, and just sort of laughing how I'm in a place now that every day is sort of dictated by which way the wind blows. And if you ask me what I'm going to do tomorrow, or my husband and I wake up in the morning and go, what are we going to do today? The first question is, well, which way is the wind blowing? So the yoga of astrology is a little bit like that, in that we want, the wind at our back, the wind in our sails. We want to be moving with nature. And so I was just sort of chuckling about how much my life is dictated by nature. And I think that's how it's meant to be. So back to the membership. What I wanted to do was just hop inside the course platform and actually show you what that membership is looks like, so that if you sign up. Sorry, I'm just actively clicking buttons here to find the share screen. There we go. All right, let's hop in and I'll get my glasses on so I can walk you through this. So what I wanted to share with you was, in the past, we had the live classes. I would send you a replay link. You'd have a limited time offer, then it would be gone, or it's some link sitting on your desktop somewhere. What I've done now is I've put together this membership. It's Manifest with the Moon monthly membership. And whether we're talking about manifesting or crystallizing your vision or astrology or anything, the work is soul work. The work is about you. We're taking many, many different approaches to understand more about ourselves, and then to work with the current energy is what we do with the yoga of astrology, getting the wind at our back, the wind in our sails. So here's just a quick glance at the membership. You have a pre-coursework section, as you do in all the courses. So that means, for example, if you wanted to invite a friend into this particular course and say to join us, then they could see that they can walk through this little video and get all of the safety tips around doing this practice with us. So that if you wanted to recommend this to anybody new, and it goes through the sections of the class and the mantra and the basic breath work, so even a beginner could join us there. I also included the new moon journal, and those of you who are in the yoga of astrology have this particular journal. It's a timeless journal, except I opened up this morning and I refreshed my memory in that I had you guys go back to that overarching goal, your purpose, your one thing, as I do in Crystallize Your Vision. A lot of you have messaged me recently about what course should I do next, and what should I do after this and this, or I want to go back to Crystallize Your Vision. And I try to recommend that we try approaching things in lots of different ways. If you've gone back to crystallize your vision again and again and again, and it's become, you're sort of on autopilot, you're not seeing things as much with fresh eyes, and asking yourself the exact same questions isn't really creating the results that you want. This is another approach, using the New Moon Journal and the classes that we're going to be doing together every month to land on that one thing you can do, have, or make happen in the next 12 months that would change everything for you. So that's how our journal starts. But then we go into all of the new moons by sign. So this, those of you who have done the Yoga of Astrology, you already have a copy of this. And those of you who are joining Manifest with the Moon, you'll also get your own copy with all of its journal prompts. So this is just to give you a sense that this is more than just the live classes. This is a growing library. And what I've done, oh, one other thing that I've done that those of you who have done Yoga of Astrology have a sense of is the phases of the moon, and another video about the new moon. I'll be adding some information on the full moon as well here. So this is a growing library. So this gives you the basics of the phases of the moon. And actually, I think I speak to the full moon. I do. Yeah, I do speak to the full moon in this particular video quite a bit. That's why it's not there. I thought that's odd. Okay. Moving right along. So next, you'll see we have the full moon replays and the new moon replays. So that means if you were to join the membership right now, you would get all of these 20, they're all 2025 classes. I think I just put the wrong date in here. I think I meant to type 2025, not 2024. Yes. Okay. Typo. Let me fix that. And then here's the class sections are separated into full moon and new moon. Now, something else I noticed as I was doing this was, I think it would help us to have a little more of a descriptor in the title. So if you wanted to go back to the new moon in Pisces, you might want to know what that main theme is. Of course, this is going to become more natural to you the more you work with astrology. You'll know that Pisces is about your intuition and spirituality, and really is quite a creative energy, and that we can work with Pisces energy by working with the second and sixth chakra. But until it gets more automatic, I'll add a little more of a descriptor. So as I said, this is a growing library of work. The more we commit to this, the more we say, yeah, we're cool with this journey, let's take this journey together, the more energy and attention and focus I can put behind it and make this more and more valuable to you. It's already valuable. You've already got 11 classes in here. There aren't 11 meditations. There are fewer because I didn't start doing the bi-monthly meditations right away. It's a changing body of work. What's working now might feel quite different in 6 months. I might, or even next month, I'll say, you know what? Let's add this, or let's take this away. You will get classes 2 times a month minimum. You'll see this month, because we opened it up to the community, we did 2 new moon and Gemini classes. There was one that was open to everybody, and then there was one that was open just to the moon manifesting members. So you may get more than 2 classes in a month, and where everybody else just got the limited time replay link, which I'm actually not even sending around anymore, just once in a while, you get this forever, which means you can go back and redo the classes and the meditations, and you've also got your journal prompts here. So let me find, sorry, here's a good one to show you. Here was a few of the questions that I asked you when we did the new moon in Taurus class, and I put them right underneath the video so that you didn't have to download another worksheet or anything like that. The main reason being because this is more time sensitive stuff, so I'm not preparing all of this in advance for you like I've done with the other courses. Now that might change over time. Probably I will provide some sort of year-to-year journal. And if you're already a member, that'll just be added into your membership. So all of that to say, I would, of course, love for you to join me in this membership because it's sort of a living, breathing course that we're creating together. It's a course. You're getting a lot here. So if you've done my other courses, you know that each course comes with quite a lot, with the prompts, with the meditations, with the classes, and you're getting that here. And it's very relevant to this moment in time, right here, right now, more than anything else, more than any other work that we've done. So right now, there is another special offer for those of you who haven't been sure what the membership is going to be like, whether you should bother, not bother. So the first month is 50% off. There's also an offer to save 2 months worth of fees if you buy the full year at once. It's only $33 a month, but with this new special, it's $16.50 for the first month. And as I said, you can cancel. This isn't a high risk thing. So it would be lovely to have you in the community. As I said, the more energy we put into this collectively, the more interesting it becomes, the more I can add, the more, whether it's just to do some special workshops on a particular planet, a particular transit that's happening, that it's a growing body of work. The other thing I wanted to just have a quick peek at with you, sorry, as I bumble through my, how to screen share. All right, the other thing I wanted to share with you is the actual Yoga of Astrology course, because we do have this very, very short-term offer that's open on all the courses right now. It's 40% off all the courses except the Midlife Awakening. So you can go, I'll provide links here as well. You can go into any of my courses right now just for a couple more days and get 40% off, including this one. So if you are going to do the Moon membership, you might want to consider joining the Yoga of Astrology as well, because this really helps to personalize the work. You learn about the sun signs and the connections to the chakras. So first chakra is Capricorn and Aquarius, second chakra, Sagittarius and Pisces. So we go through the sun signs and the chakras. We go through the planets and the chakras. So which planet aligns with the energy of what particular chakra, so we know how to work with that energy and make it real for us. And then there's the whole discussion around your big three, which is your sun, moon, and rising sign, what that actually means for you and what to do if you don't know your birth time, and which complicates things if you need to figure out your rising sign. That explains all that. And then there's the elements. There's also a connection to earth, air, water, fire, your chakras, and the planets, and the particular zodiac signs. Then your moon sign, a section on your moon sign, the axis of destiny, super exciting. What is your soul purpose? Where are you going? Midheaven, career, eclipses, the path to freedom and self-actualization. So I just wanted to let you know that that is also available to you. And once again, there's a lot of great stuff to work with. So please consider it while it's still on offer, or at the very least consider the Moon membership, because this is where all the energy is going to be. This is where the conversations are going to be happening, and the replays will no longer come out to the community as a whole. It's just such a better way to do it, where we pull all the energy together. We have it in one place, and you can go back and work with it, revisit the themes, take the themes and use them in your own classes, use them anytime at all. And like I said, every time I go in and look at something, as now I'm able to put more and more energy into it, it's going to shift, change, it will improve. And I'm here for you if you have questions, if you have suggestions, if there's specific things you need to focus on in the here and now. Message me, show up for a live. Let's just pull the energy together and make this an amazing, amazing start to the summer and many, many more great new moons, full moons, and months and years ahead. Thank you for